Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how I make my jaw jackers for ice fishing. Tools you're going to need. You're going to need 2 pair of pliers, one with a cutter in it. You're going to need tape measure and a screw gun. The materials you're going to need a coat hanger. You're going to need an eye bolt with a bolt, a nut. You're going to need a key ring. And you're going to need a piece of PVC. You're also going to need a board, your base. Scrap wood, whatever you got. I happen to have 3/4 inch. You can use 2x6s, doesn't matter. Does matter is the length. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the trigger, which is the hardest part. So what you're going to want is from here, from inside bend to inside bend is 16 inches. You want a 16-inch piece. But you can save yourself one bend, because from this corner to up here is an inch. So just measure from this bend down 15 inches, which is about here. And you're going to cut that. Okay. So now you're going to take and you're going to put your pliers on the top of that bend, this back part, on the bottom top of that bend. And you're going to bend that up a little bit, twist your wrist, and that'll come up. And then you're going to cut that right at the top. Okay, there's your first bend. You leave it tilted down a little bit. You can adjust it after for the sensitivity. So now you're going to take, with this pointed up, you're going to measure down 4 inches from the bend. Put your thumb on it. Right there, 4 inches. So point this to you. Put the base on that 4-inch mark, a little bit below it, and you're going to bend it back on itself. Don't worry about it being crooked, you can straighten that after. Okay? So it's going to look like that. Clamp it down a little bit, but you don't want to get carried away too much, because you got to put your, that's where the key ring goes. So now, that's your second bend. First bend, second bend. Bend it back on itself. Doesn't matter if it's crooked here or there, because you can fix that after. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to come down to this end, the other end. You're going to measure down an inch. Again, just put your thumbnail, it's rough, it doesn't have to be perfect. So what you're going to do is you want this end up. This point is going to be bent to the side. Again, you can straighten them, it doesn't matter if it's crooked right now. So just bend that to the side. Okay? So now you've got top, the bend, and then this one comes to the side. I don't know if you can see it. Now we're almost done. Because your eyelet on your fishing rod hits here, and then your fishing line hits on here, which will slide off. So what you got to do is you take your other pair of pliers. I grab a hold of the bend right there. Okay. Too much coffee this morning, I guess. Like that. Just take this one, and you're gonna bend it up Okay, so now you've got that little up part, and then you're going to take, and then you're going to, because you're just making a little groove for your fishing line so it doesn't come off. So this is going to be bent up, actually. So basically you're making a little catch so that the fishing line will sit there and not slide off. So it'll take you a few times. Eventually you'll get that little dip right there. That's where your line will sit. Basically, that's your trigger right there. Okay. So now you're going to take the PVC from the angle point. Okay, let's back up a little bit. I've seen different degrees and everything else. This is what worked for me with my reel size. Some degrees on some other jaw jackers, the degrees don't fit the reel. So with mine, I set it on here just to give you a general idea of what angle you want. Again, with the reel size is your pipe. I found is you cut it longer for bigger reels. Anyways, put that on the side of the board with whatever degree you want, and then take a marker and then mark a line across the board and the pipe. And then when you take it off, you're going to have, that's the line you're going to cut on that angle. So once you get that angle cut and you get the angle that you want, you're going to measure from the point here, not the in cut, but the point. You're going to measure, I measure mine at 7 inches. Again, because my reel size. So that's 7 inches, so that's all cut. Once you get that cut, then I take my razor knife with the blade pointing, the sharp end pointing away from you, and then just run it towards you, and that will take all your burrs off. Get them all over the floor. Inside, stick it inside, spin it. If you do it with the sharp edge to you, it just digs in and it makes a mess. So just deburr it best you can or however you want to. And then when you're done, you get a piece that comes out nice and smooth. And it won't catch line or dig in your rod. Okay, next step. You're going to take your drill bit and you're going to put it in there. I forgot, yeah. You're also going to need sheetrock screw, 3 of them. I happen to be using 1-inch sheetrock screws because of the size of my wood. So, three holes now. You're going to drill one on this end, one on this, and one over here. You're going to drill them. You're going to drill them at an angle. But the best way I found, drilling straight. Once you start getting PVC shavings, you'll see them. Once you start getting those, then turn your drill, tilt your drill at the angle that you want, and then finish. So drill in until it gets straight. start getting shavings. Now you're going to tilt your drill. Again, take your knife and just slice it, and there's your burrs are all gone, and you have the angle you need. You're not going to be able to see it, but now it's angled in. If you're drilling straight, you're not going to hit your wood, because this is how you mount it. So you're going to do the same thing over here and over here. So now you have it deburred, you have it length, angled, and you have your 3 holes already drilled. Now you're going to take your board. You need your board is going to be 22 or 20. I use 22 inches. Okay? You're going to drill a hole in the end. I used about an inch from the end to the center. And you want this in the center of here the best you can get it. It doesn't have to be perfect. This drill bit is the size of your eyeball. So now you have your board with the drill in it. So now you're going to take your eyeball and your key ring, you're going to join them together. Like so. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your eyeball, you're going to run it through your piece of wood. I drilled mine a little small so I can thread it through. Put your nut on the end. It's going to stick out, that's fine. That'll also help stick it in the ice, keep it from sliding. Okay, so now you're going to take your trigger, and you're going to run that through the eye. Okay, so it's going to look, you want your eyelet this way because your rod is going to hook into that. And then I don't want to bend this down just a little. You don't want to get carried away again, because that's, you have to adjust it for the rod that you have. So now your electrical tape, then again I don't do it yet. You're going to take your electrical tape after, and you're going to tape this section so that your trigger, when it goes off, your trigger doesn't fall off, like so. So now we're going to switch out. We're going to get a drill bit, your screw. Now you got PVC. This part, start your screw. Okay, I go in approximately an inch from the end to your point. Just go in about an inch. Again, you want to get it kind of as much in the center as you can. Just eyeball it. 3. So just like so. Now I'll go get an ice rod and we'll do the adjustments. Okay, get my ice rod, have it out, I don't know, probably 3 feet of line. Take the hook off it. You're going to sit your rod, goes in the tube, and you see how much space I have right here. I also have bigger reels which will come even closer to the wood, so if you make it like the pitch that I have, I can fit both reels. So now you have that in there. You're going to set your rod tip eyelet onto that first bend. Okay. Now I have mine set, I'll show you with the camera, right on the edge. So now you take your line and you put it over that loop. Okay, see if I can do this without it going off. So your eyelet fits on that first L, and then your line fits over that loop, that little bend thing you made. And she's set nice and sensitive. You can make it less sensitive by bending your eyelet hook a little bit more, bend it in a little more. That'll make it a little less sensitive. So now that that works, we're going to take that one piece right here, and that's what we're going to electrical, so we don't lose the trigger. So now, I like mine sensitive like that, more like I use them for crappie. And you're just going to run, you know, keep it down. It's just keeping it from falling off, that's all. Okay. You can still adjust it after. So we're going to set this again. Okay. So what we're going to do is you have, let me get some light here. You can see that's set right on there, and I have mine set right on the edge of the eyelet. And then your string goes right over that bend that you made, like so. Just like that. And now when a fish takes it, it pulls down on this and pops that off. And that's my version of the jaw jacker. And like I said, and that's why I took my hook off, because I really don't like hooks in my hand. Fish will come up, hit it, and she sets off. So now it's ready. It works. I'm happy. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make another one for a buddy of mine. I hope you like it. I hope it works. And you can make it practically for nothing. If you have everything, then you can make it for nothing. Try buying these brand new in the stores, 35, 40 bucks. So, go out, catch some fish, have some fun. Hope this helps.